So sometimes I just have to turn the camera on because I'll have a session, and if I don't just turn the camera on, whether it's my phone or webcam, I'll forget what I'm saying, or I'll get lazy and the day goes by and I don't get to share that information with out into the universe with whoever was meant to hear it. So now I'm in my car and just had a session, and I wanted to share this. This person has struggles with, as many do, including myself, with all the what ifs, and wondering if they've made right decisions, what's in the future, and struggling with the here and now, being okay with what is on their plate and what's happening now. And I just want to say, so here's a story. She went on a date with a guy, and usually she is looking, she's got the checklist, like, is this guy for me? Do we have things in common? All this kind of stuff. But because she was only visiting, there was no way that she was going to be with this guy, right? There was no relationship there. So she went on the date just to go on the date, and so the judgment factor was eliminated. All the future factor of what ifs and blueprints was eliminated, and it was just her and this guy, and they went on a date, and she wasn't, blown off her feet. But she ended up having an amazing time, and I think they kissed, or I don't know what they did, but it was memorable and it was amazing. And so what she was left with is nectar. What she was left with, that's a good example of living in the present. And she was forced to live in the present because this is not something that was going to lead to anything else in the future. So if you take that model and you apply it to your life, if you apply it to your everyday life, that's what's left. That's what's left is the present, the here and now, the juicy stuff, the moments of what, instead of living in your head, instead of living with what ifs. I am very guilty of this, always thinking, if I could get this, or when I get this, or when this happens, or when this blows up. There's a lyric from Kanye West's song. It says, wait till I get my money right, and I sing that loud because I always, when I get this, then things are going to fall into place, and then I'll have this, and I'll have that. And you know what? It may never happen, So you have to look at what you have now, and this is what I mean by trust your story. If you're doing things and you're making choices based on your truth and what you feel moves you, living a life where you are giving yourself and creating a space where you are just shooting light and being the best version of you, that's all that matters. And stone by stone, you're creating your own path, and you have to trust that, and it's going to lead somewhere. Instead of having this picture of what your life's going to look like, and because it's not going in that direction, and because you only have so much control, then you have anxiety and you complain and you're miserable and life sucks, and then etc., etc. So trust where you're going is going to lead to good things, okay? And you don't know what they are, but trust they're going to be amazing as long as you're truthful, and as long as you're not living in your head, but living today, right now, just living.